You're crouched by a small fire in a limestone shelter, southern France, 17,000 years ago. Smoke stings your eyes. Wind carries wet grass, and something with hooves, far off. Someone scrapes a hide with a stone flake. Someone hums under their breath. In a few hours, you'll be doing none of this. Somewhere else. Something else. And nobody will have told you to. No clocks. No bosses. No calendar on a wall. So what did people actually do, hour by hour, for 90,000 plus years before farming rewrote everything? Most people picture it wrong, an endless grind for survival, dawn to dusk. That image comes from Thomas Hobbes, a 17th century philosopher who never met a forager. He called early human life nasty, brutish, and short. It stuck. It's mostly wrong. Anthropologist Richard Lee tracks the Kung San of the Kalahari. The result shocks everyone: 15 to 20 hours a week on food. Less than half a modern workweek. The rest? Rest. Socializing. Storytelling. Craft. Lee calls it the original affluent society. So what filled the day? Slow mornings. No alarm, no shift. Groups of 25 to 50 woke with the light. Some checked traps. Some foraged. Some stayed back. And here's the twist: foraging, not hunting, was the safer bet. Plant gathering, mostly by women, supplied 60 to 80% of daily calories in many environments. Hunting big game? Rare. A skilled hunter might land one big kill every few weeks. That mammoth spearing scene from every documentary, real, but nowhere near daily. So what filled the gap? Tools. Constant tool making. Blombos Cave, South Africa. Engraved ochre, 75,000 years old. Deliberate crosshatch patterns. Not survival gear, decoration. Even without agriculture, without writing, people had spare time for beauty. A spear point sharp enough to kill took an afternoon. Beautiful took longer. Both mattered. Childcare ate huge chunks of the day too, but it wasn't private. Among the Hadza, kids were raised communally, grandparents, siblings, unrelated adults, all watching. Cooperative breeding. Researcher Sarah Hrdy argues it's why human infants survive at such high rates. A baby was never one person's job. It was everyone's. And then, talk. Just talk. Robin Dunbar's theory: gossip did for humans what grooming does for chimps. Built trust. Mapped alliances. Held the group together. Up to 20% of waking social time, Dunbar found, went straight into it. Not idle chatter, social glue. Boredom didn't work like it does now. No empty gap waiting for a phone to fill it. No work block, no leisure block. Foraging, fixing a tool, minding a kid, singing, resting, all one continuous stretch. No punch clock cutting it apart. Even sleep looked different. 2015, sleep researcher Jerome Siegel studies the Hadza and two other groups. Average sleep, 6.5 to 7 hours. Not 12 hours dozing by the fire like the movies show. They didn't crash at sunset either. Most stayed up for hours after dark, talking by the fire. Firelight may have stretched the human day by an hour or two, tens of thousands of years before the light bulb. Then it broke, 12,000 to 10,000 years ago. The Fertile Crescent. Agriculture arrives, and with it, something foragers rarely had: a fixed daily obligation. Can't skip it. Can't share it loosely. Can't wait for a better mood. Crops need tending on the crop schedule, not yours. Bioarchaeologist Amanda Mummert, 2011. Skeletons from early farming villages show a measurable drop in health and height versus foragers before them. More food. Less freedom. That was the trade. Not overnight. Slowly, The way most systems change, it crept in over generations until the old rhythm, slow mornings, long fireside talk, unhurried carving, quietly disappeared. The 15-hour workweek Richard Lee documented in the Kalahari? By then, gone almost everywhere else on Earth. Cape Town, South African Museum. A small engraved piece of ochre sits in a glass case, 75,000 years old, scratched with a pattern that meant something to someone. Nobody knows exactly why they made it. Nobody had to. Long before deadlines, before shifts, before the idea that time had to be spent, someone sat by a fire with nothing urgent to do and made something beautiful anyway.